my goodness, and on home field, and a look, celebration, and joy from the Diamondback roster. Carroll and his rookie season as a World Series champ. My goodness, Chase Field is going to be rocking tonight, people. Jumping in the pool party. That's all I got to say about that. What a series. What a team. This is going to be a fun team to end it on, people. Oh my goodness. Hello and welcome back, Crash Nation, to another episode here. We are in year 4 spring training, and we are the defending World Series champs, and we are hoping that these new additions can help us still make a push for a World Series title in back-to-back years, and for a third straight year to the glory land. And besides these new additions, we have youngsters ready to step up and ready to be all-time, full-time all-stars. We have Jordan Lawler, Buddy Kennedy, and Scott Nine hoping to join the starting rotation, with Gabriel Moreno threatening to take Carson Kelly's spot from him. Oh man, we got some competition here. Marco Luciano, Ray Wade, our first round pick last year. He is already MLB ready. At 19 years old, he could be on the team next year. I want to have him in AA, AAA this year, just to hone his skills. But he is someone we are very excited to see what he can become. Glenn Reyna could become our best lefty in our system. We just hope he has another big season in the minors. He can continue to grow. Daryl Munoz, 20 years old, 76 overall. Drafted a couple years ago now. He will be making his AAA debut this season. He could possibly earn a call-up as well. Depends on injuries and how well he's playing. But I don't want to rush him too much. Eduardo Yaquez. He was the third overall selection in last year's draft. Corey Marquez, right now our number 1 lefty prospect in the system. He's got some nasty stuff. He had a nasty AAA season last year. He's going to be one of our very first lefty call-ups to start the year if anything goes wrong. And then we got the big shortstop here, 6'5", Thomas Cardenas. See if he can grow into anything. And Jordan Lawler, we're hoping he can stay healthy. He's had back-to-back injury-filled years now. But he could be a perennial all-star in this league. As long as he stays healthy, we're expecting big things out of him. I think he could be anywhere from a 20 home run guy to 25 on the year. Marcos Blanco, someone that we are expecting to take over for Sano. Scott Nunn, we're very excited to see what he can do. He is going to start the year off in the majors. Steve Rodriguez, Robert Hassel, someone we acquired in the offseason from the Orioles. He can play first, left, and right all over the place, so it could be nice depth. Eloy Jimenez, he was a big addition. Signed him for some money in the offseason. We're hoping he can produce on the offensive side of things. Ryan Nelson, Paul Sewald are our closers for now. We do have arms in the bullpen that will probably transfer over to a closer position, but right now, this is who we're going with. And out of the bullpen, Aaron Bummer, a big free agency signing here. The lefty, we're hoping for big things out of him. Cody Hure, traded for him at the end of episode last time. Jose Alvarado, another lefty, to complement Bummer. Then we got Kela and Dabovich. Kela, we just re-signed to a 2-3 year deal. Hoping he can do big things for us. RJ Dabovich, this is his make or break year. He's been inconsistent with all his call-ups. So if he's startling, he could be trade bait. Stefan Crichon, Seth Elledge, all depth pieces for us. JP Frierson. But let's get into some spring training action here. See how these new faces line up and look in the Diamondback colors. As the defending World Series champs, want to get some fresh looks on new faces here. Spring training, Cactus League Baseball versus the division Colorado Rockies. First pitch about to go underway. The wind turbines are picking up. It's a pretty windy day. So we'll see what happens here with some Arizona Diamondbacks offense. We are expecting big things out of Jack Flaherty here. He had 22 starts last year. He was injured a couple times. He showed up in the playoffs. We are expecting him to earn that money, as he had a 3.83 ERA. So hopefully his nerves with his new club are done and gone. And see what he can do here. Show off his pizzazz. Jack Flaherty leading off with a pitch to Rogers, and Jimenez, the new right fielder for the D-backs, makes the catch. Rockies had 180 runs last year, 9th in the NL, so not dead last. They have some power. They can be dangerous at some points, but Jordan Lawler is the man here at short. Stop to start the season. As long as he doesn't get hurt, I'm feeling very confident he can be that guy. He is him, after all. He will be special with Corbin Hill. And we got Alex Verdugo, the new Rocky. Seeing what he can do. Rocky's trying to add to the offense. Verdugo, a big signing for them. He was a former prospect, top prospect, included in that Mookie Betts trade with LA and Boston. But he signed for big money here, and he's going to be a threat for Colorado. So it'll be an interesting race with this division, as Dodgers looks like they were selling off some pieces. Rockies are adding on. So maybe the Rockies and Dodgers will be switching places, as Ian Happ can't make the catch, and that's over his head. And the Rockies are threatening the score first in this spring training action. Ian Happ just can't make the catch. Over his head by an arm length. Unfortunately there. Donald Smith, another power lefty for the Rockies here today. Looking like an all-lefty lineup almost for the Colorado team, as he gets a pitch. But Lewis Brinson, playing center field today as a depth piece for us, makes the play. And the Rockies get one run here thanks to Sam Hilliard. Hit one over Ian Happ's head. 2 hits, 1 run for Jack Flaherty in his first inning of work. The Rockies also signing big in free agency, bringing in the Brewers' former pitcher, Freddie Peralta. He had an off year, but 4.54 ERA, 3.13 record. He's looking to prove the haters wrong this year. He almost had 200 strikeouts, so he can be deadly. See if he can fit in with this new squad. Jordan Lawler leading off here in spring training. Looking to prove he still has what it takes after his shoulder injury. And he just plays it simple right up the middle here. Leading off, getting things done. It's what you want to see out of the youngster, just showing some confidence, getting on base. That is huge after a big injury to his shoulder. He is not showing any slowing down here. A 3-0 count for Josh Rojas. And he draws a walk. Two men on base. Just like that, Ian Happ trying to get something here. Full count. Trying to get someone on. No. Ian Happ had a heck of a first year as a Diamondback. Trying to add on to it, improve. Even if he can have the same year, that would be great. But he hits into a double play here with 2 on. Now there's 2 outs with a man on third. Ian Happ. Unfortunately, a double play there. Carson Kelly, a little bit of a down year during the regular season, but the playoffs he stepped up and he smokes one here. This one is going to drop in front of the left fielder. This game is tied at 1. Carson Kelly, he knows clutch hitting. If only he could play like this in real life, he would still be a D-back. Carson Kelly takes that slider the other way, loops it right in front of the left fielder. Miguel Sano. We're hoping he can have another 40 home run season in his career. Would love to get 300 home runs with Sano in this franchise. And there's a good start here. The first homer of spring training goes to who else but Sano. 420 feet off Freddie Peralta there. 3 runs in the first inning. 2 hits. 3 runs. Miguel Sano. No, 3 hits. Yeah, 3 hits. 3 runs. Offense off to a hot start in spring training. Miguel Sano still has some power in the 90s. Even though he's getting older, he is diminishing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Full count for Jimenez. He hits one in the gap, and there's his first hit in spring training. And his first at-bat with his new team. Jimenez, we're hoping we can get on base. We're not expecting big home run numbers from him, but at least 20. At least 20 home runs. Ryan Mountcastle, kind of a down year. He is declining. He could be trade bait for us, because we are getting a thinner budget. So we'll see. Someone's got to be the odd man out. But Miguel Sano gets things started. 3 runs on 4 hits in the first inning. And Mr. Flaherty with a full count goes up against Zach Veen. Promising youngster in the Rocky system takes a leadoff walk. CJ Crone, 0-2 count. And Jack Flaherty strikes him out with a nasty knuckle curve there. 1 on, 1 out. Yariel Gonzalez gave us trouble in our last game versus the Rockies in the regular season. He could be a dangerous hitter there, but Carson Kelly still proves he has what it takes to throw runners out. Even the youngster Zach Veen. Nice try, kid. Now with the 2-1 count, Yariel Gonzalez trying to get on base. Keeping it alive. Jordan Lawler shows off his arm strength. Shoulder not bothering him. He's looking solid. He's ready. He's got that arm strength up to snuff. And his second plate appearance here, trying to keep the inning alive. He will line one right to the second base, but he has trouble with it. And he's safe. He beats it out with his legs. It looked like it was going to go all the way to the second baseman. Then it just drops on him. What an odd play here, but Jordan Lawler doesn't give up on it. And Brendan Rodgers has some trouble. Josh Rojas. He will chop one right back to Peralta. No danger off that blooper hit for the Rockies. Dom Nunez, the backup catcher for the Rockies, he strikes out on an outside changeup. And still 3-1 for the D-backs here. Alex Verdugo. Now, back-to-back walks. And he strikes out on a knuckle curve. Jack Flaherty, his 3rd strikeout of the day. That's a big strikeout there. Alex Verdugo. Looks like he was waiting on it. Just late on the knuckle curve. 0-2 count for Sam Hilliard. Got an RBI in the first. Back-to-back strikeouts for Flaherty. Keeps him out of trouble. And Jack Flaherty showing off his raw ability here. He is going to be a dangerous pitcher for years still. Man, oh man. Alright, we're going to sim ahead here. Probably about 8th, 9th inning. See what they got. Alright, tie game at 4. Ooh, hoo, hoo. There we go. 5-4. Keon Kella. Nice lead job. Getting out of it. Come on. Oh, we can't add on to the lead. Alvarado. Nice job out of the bullpen to hold the lead, though. That's a good sign. Corbin Carroll's in the game. Didn't do anything with it. Alvarado, he's still in there, eh? But we're going to jump ahead, and we're going to jump into it. Forrest Whitley. He is looking to prove he can be in the majors. He had a solid bullpen appearance for us. And I think he's going to be a solid addition to this bullpen in year 4. 0-2 count for Oswald Peraza. Chases a slider down in the dirt. Strikes out the first man there on 5 pitches. Forrest Whitley, we did have to trade Jake McCarthy for him. I feel like it's an even trade that worked out for both sides. Jordan Lawler takes his time. Fires another bullet there. 2 up, 2 down. 5 pitches for each batter at this point. Forrest Whitley, he does have the stamina to keep on going. Should probably pitch 2 or 3 innings. Solid. Mountcastle dives for that one. Can't make the play. That would have been huge. Now a 2-out rally for the Rockies. 0-2 count. Nunez strikes out. Forrest Whitley comes up huge. And that's what you want to see out of him. battling for a bullpen job. And solid work from Forrest Whitley there. Alright. Tioni Tabato getting some spring training debut here episode. He was traded for in year 1 for at the deadline. Who do we give? You guys will have to refresh my memory. I can't remember. But we got him from the Twins in year 1 as we were sellers at the deadline. He hasn't grown into what we thought he would be. So we'll see. He could be possible trade bait. Carter Kaboom, depth free agent piece here. He starts out looking for the low one. Alec Thomas trying to battle for that 4th outfielder spot. And this should help as he sends this over the wall to extend the lead. It is now 6-4. Alec Thomas smokes that one. And he extends the lead going into the final inning. He does come up clutch. That is huge. And that should help as he is trying to be that 4th outfielder guy. He just hasn't really grown in this franchise. He's kind of been stuck mostly due to injuries. But every time he does seem to play 20 games or so, he struggles to hit over 200. So, might be a tough decision, but he could also be gone out the door. And a full count, 2 outs. Third baseman makes a nice play to end the inning. But it's all Alec Thomas here as he extends the lead off this swing. Offense explosion here. 14 hits for the Diamondbacks in Game 1. Keanu Cavaco comes in at short. See what he can do. Carter Kiboom will be in at third. And Alec Thomas will be at left field here. And Jose Herrera making the defensive sub at catcher position. Braden Shoemake comes in as Dylan Coleman. Free agency signing we picked up. He is a hard thrower. Someone that's looking to be that closing option for us. 1-1 count. Slow chopper to Mountcastle. And that's going to be a 1-0 count here. Dylan Coleman looking solid defensively. Covering the base. Rockies going to James Triantos. The rookie. The phenom for them. And he hits one right to Paul Dion at second. And 2 up, 2 down on 4 pitches. Dylan Coleman. Quick work here. It's like you want to see. Jake Shiner now comes in. Trying to keep the team alive. Sliding away for a strike. 0-1 count. Next pitch. Fouls that one off. He was late then early. We got him on his heels. Dylan Coleman can get up to 100 miles an hour. The pitch. And it's in the gap. But Alec Thomas makes the catch. That will end the game here. Arizona Diamondbacks win the first game of spring training. Gotta look at some players here. Excited to see what they can do. And I do want to see what Scott Nunn can do in spring training. So that's going to be a big part of this episode as well. But looks like the offense is kind of just dying out when we're not playing with it right now, which is a worrying sign. Scott Nunn going to face off against the Texas Rangers here in spring training debut. Cam Corsi, also a forgotten prospect at second base. He could be a nice injury relief piece. Possibly another trade bait option near the deadline if someone's looking for a young second baseman with some on-base potential. Scott Nunn taking on Starlin Marte, and he's trying to bunt already on him first pitch. Scott Nunn does not appreciate that. 0-1 count. Can't get him chase the curveball outside. Scott Nunn is the second overall pick in year 1. Year 4 took him 3 years to develop. Not what we thought he would be right now. Potential is there. He's just slowly developing. I thought he would be in the 78 range overall already. 72. But he had a heck of a season in AAA and he barely drew. So that's kind of worrisome. 0-1 count now for the low. A curveball does not get the call. 1-1 count. He has the mustache. The poppy mustache. Something Austin Matthews would be proud to have. 1-2 count. We do want to see him put away more batters. Even with him throwing up to 100 miles an hour, he struggles to put away guys. 99 miles an hour, he just gets guys fouling off. Don't know what it is. All of a sudden they can see a 99 mile an hour fastball like that. But a curveball outside, if he can get that curveball on the black, that would be a nice combo there. As he does this with Nathaniel Lowe. Freezes him with the curveball going 99 to 83. Corey Seager, the World Series MVP in real life. Tries to hit one right back up the middle, but they got it covered there. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. And Scott Nunn looking stylish. Perdomo. That's another question mark. What do we do with all these young infielders? We have so many of them. It'll be tough to see what we can do. But Scott Nunn, I feel like he has potential to, in 2-3 years, possibly take over as an ace for this team. But when you got a strong pitching staff like we do, it's tough for the youngsters to track it. Scott Nunn, for spring training action, he may start off the year in the bullpen. But they want to see what he can do. And hopefully he excels and he thrives under pressure like we expect. As Joey Gallo just folds on that one. Almost trying to protect himself on the 99 mile an hour fastball inside. Marcus Semien holds the record for most home runs by a second baseman in a year with 48 with the Toronto Blue Jays. As he pops this one up, and he says, no, I got it, boys. This one is me. And that's 2 outs now on top of the second. Scott Nunn, solid work. Keeping runners off base. Anthony Santander trying to do something with it. 2-seamer. It could be a nice compliment to his fastball. Just kind of moves outside a bit. His curveball, I would say, is definitely his second best pitch. The splitter to get rounders is his go-to. The fastball, we definitely want to see him punch more guys out with. It just has not been there. Don't know what it is, but they just seem to see the ball out of his hands, and it's too easy for him. Even following up with the 84 changeup, we definitely want to see him strike more guys out. He is still young, still learning his mechanics, find ways to improve his game. But Scott Nunn, we expect big things out of him. As he reaches 100 miles an hour there for the first time today. Still fouling that off. What a battle here between Santander. But caught looking, finally strikes him out. Oh, we'll go from 100 miles an hour to 86, 84. That's tough. Scott Nunn, he can change things up. The offense still struggling here. Scott Nunn, only 24 pitches. Probably be his last inning of work here. Maybe one more inning. Abraham Toro was acquired from the Mariners. As he gets a curveball hit here in the gap, and this is going to one hop off the wall. And a chance for a leadoff double. Scott Nunn trying to make sure the throw doesn't go past his third baseman there. That's a nice hit by Toro. 2-seamer just missing. Like, I don't know. Depends who the ump is. That's going to be a strike or not. Now trying to keep a runner off base. Dolis Garcia. Curveball. It almost turns into his slider, his curveball, the way he's got movement on it. But he wanted that one right there. That was on the black, he thought. Not so much. But Adolis Garcia hits the splitter. Nice spin throw from Cam Dorsey there. Runner advances to third. Cam Dorsey, another special infielder we got too many of. As Joe Mack, backup catcher here. First round pick in 21 for the Rangers. Oh, 2 count now. 2-seamer got him swinging early on that one. And outside changeup, just can't get him. Fouls that one off. Scott Nunn trying to go back upstairs. Can't get him to chase. Now with the curveball. And that one is going to be deep. That could be a sacrifice fly there. And it should be all the way to the warning track. 1 run comes in for the Rangers. Scott Nunn gives up the first run of the day. Starlin Marte. Possibly his last at bat he's going to see in the game. Two-seamer called for a ball. Didn't appreciate the call there. Some of these 50-50 calls not going our way. Change up. And that's going to be lined right to the right fielder. That did it for Scott Nunn. They lose 5-0. No offense. And we're going to eventually go sim ahead a little bit further here. See how we make out the rest of the spring training. 18-9. John Means 3-0, 1.44 ERA. This guy is smooth with it. Loy Jimenez, Rojas, Mountcastle, Beer, Kelly, leading with home runs. Lawler hitting over 400. Jarrell almost 300. Luciano, he's struggling. Perdomo's struggling a bit. But Luciano is going to go down to AAA to start the year, I would say. Same as Herrera. K-Boom. Pitchers could be tough. Scott Nunn, it's got a 150 ERA in spring training. That's nuts. So that's going to tell me he's going to be our fifth man. Bryce Jarvis, Merrill Kelly could be in the bullpen. Dabovich could start the year in the bullpen. Dylan Coleman, Seth Elledge, I think will be in AAA. Paul Sewald, he could lose his closer position job to one of the guys in the bullpen. That we do have some trades to make here. Seth Elledge, he will be put on waivers here, so we're going to try and trade him away so we don't lose him for nothing. And Dylan Cruz could be someone that we could probably, hopefully, grow into something. Alright. Corbin Carroll, he wants to be extended. 24 years old. Give him a 2-year deal. Jordan Lawler. What's a 2-year deal? Sure. We still have Plezak, Hur, Alvarado, Dion, Perdomo, Kelly, Dabovich, all these guys to sign. But when the time comes, after the trade deadline, we'll decide who we want to keep on, who's going to be gone. Alright, Zach Plezak. Looks like he's going to be a solid player in our rotation still. Offensively, I think I'm fine with that right now. I just need to send down a couple more guys to the minors. That's going to be tough, but I think Tyler Gilbert was going to be one of them. He's got to pass through waivers, though. See if anyone wants him for free. Bryce Jarvis, he's out of options. Going to keep him up. If he struggles, then we're going to probably trade him away, then send him down. Merrill Kelly will start in AAA. He is 36, a veteran presence down there to help the young guys. So, that's how we're going to go with to start the year. Miguel Sano on the chase for 300 home runs. Happ for 200. Other than that, no other big milestone achievements to look out for here. Offensively. Anyways, pitching-wise, John Means could get 1,000 strikeouts. Zach Plezak 600. Zach Gallen should be 1,000. Jarvis should get 200. Gilbert 200. And top prospects here, the Mariners leading the charge. Hancock and Evaldi. Scott Nunn, he's 10th. Robert Hassel is 21st. And that's all we got. 2 in the top 50 right now. Guys are just growing up. But Scott Nunn is going to be the 5th guy. John Means 3. Plezak 4. And our setup man will be Aaron Bummer and Alvarado. Or Cody Hur, actually. Middle relief, Alvarado, Dabovich. Lawn relief pitchers, Whitley and Jarvis. And Dabovich, Kella, Alvarado will be middle relief instead. I'm excited to see what this team can do. With the Dodgers kind of doing a mini rebuild, I'm more worried about the Padres. But we'll see what happens. We're excited for year 4. There are a lot of storylines to look out for, and I enjoy you guys coming along with this journey with us. It's going to be a fun franchise to end off. We will be doing a new one when the show 24 comes out. See if it changes just a little bit too much. Until then, people, we are signing off, saying bye for now. Peace, everyone, and hope enjoy your time. Till then, bye.